Immediately after Hamas launched its attack on October 7th, President Biden stood strongly with the nation of Israel. As the president has said many times, Israel has a right and a duty to defend itself against Hamas. Hamas committed a massacre. They used rape, sexual violence to terrorize Israeli women. They continue to hold hostages, 133 Americans, women, elderly, injured, and they hide in tunnels they purposely built over the last 16 years under civilian infrastructure, such as hospitals. We remain committed to supporting Israel in its fight against Hamas because we cannot expect Israel to accept a situation we would not, no one would, in which their citizens continue to live under active threat. But at the same time, President Biden, starting on his visit to Israel October 18, was clear. He was clear privately and publicly with the Prime Minister, with the War Cabinet, and then in his comments that Israel must do more to protect civilians, to facilitate the flow of humanitarian assistance into Gaza, and to enable its safe and unhindered distribution inside of Gaza. This is both the morally right thing to do, and it is strategically absolutely necessary. Now, the risk of famine throughout Gaza is very high, especially in the north. We've been very clear. Israel must do everything possible to facilitate efforts to avert famine in Gaza. Far too many Palestinian civilians have been killed and injured. As Secretary Blinken has said, even one innocent casualty is one too many. This conflict has been one of the worst in recent memory in terms of how many humanitarian workers, nearly 250, have been killed since October. Humanitarians should never be a target. Now, since the beginning of the conflict, the U.S. has been leading efforts to get humanitarian assistance into Gaza to alleviate the suffering of innocent Palestinians who have nothing to do with, indeed, are victims themselves of Hamas and its brutal rule. Let's recall